Well, this is not a project video at all, but this is just to show you and prove to you for once and for all that I am not a carpenter. I'm pretty disgusted with the way these angles came out on the window frames of the porch. Now, I had to do a little trimming, but not for the length of these things. Believe it or not, for some reason these things were still a little too short. Even though I held them up there and tried it and everything else, it looked like crap. Now, on some of this, I'm going to show you, but you know what? I'm damn ashamed of this job. It didn't even come out as nice as these here. Nor these. But there's caulk in there, you just can't see it, so, well, I'm not really anxious to show you. Looking from here, it don't look too bad, but you're not going to like the looks of it when we get up close. This job sucks. Look at that. This is, I really should have butted them together. I think it would have come out a lot better. Well, and some caulking, and we're going to caulk the hell out of it. Now over here I had to come down on an angle. I had to cut this one at an angle so it would clear this. Otherwise it was out like that. So I had to cut that angle. But that's not what screwed things up. It's just for some reason these corners didn't want to come together. I don't know. They seem to be on the 45 okay. Well, I'm ashamed of this damn job. I really am. I really am. This was the hardest one because this plywood here comes down a little lower. And I had to cut the back of that. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to take the camera and put it in there. Might as well go get the wood and start doing these. Thank goodness for caulk. I don't know how well this caulk is. I usually use Pheno Seal, but I don't want to go and buy another tube just to do those corners that I'm going to have to end up doing all the corners anyways. I can't have it looking like a piece of crap like that. You know. But primarily my videos are just for the average do-it-yourselfer, the hammer and nail guy, and not meant for any professionals. I try my best, but my best is never good enough. This stuff here has a 40-year guarantee. I don't think so. You know what? I got it cheap enough at Home Depot. We'll use that after we get done with the rest of these. I gotta go and put the rest of these up and pre-drill, nail them in. And I thought I was going to have to shorten these, but if anything, they needed to be, I don't know, I think they needed to be a little longer, but I don't know. The angles came out all right. The damn things just wouldn't butt up nice like that. Now they were out, as you saw. Well, I had to angle this. This is the bottom part that goes on the against the angle strip that I cut earlier a few weeks ago, and it goes over here. Let me show you. So I had to cut a strip out of there. I had to do it on both of them so that it fits into this area here, and let me show you. See this angle here that I cut on the table saw, and when I did this project, I did a video on that. See how that fits in there now? I hope you can see that. I moved the camera different angles. Okay, so that's going to go in there. I'm not going to worry about getting these corners together. They're just not going to. They're just going to be spaced out, and I'll just caulk them, that's all. I'm not going to get an ulcer over this. So, Alright, so that's the bottom. What we got to do now is put the primer on, which is what I'm doing. Put the primer sealer on this cut here that I made, so that the wood will be protected. We'll come back on this after I get these nailed up here, and then I'm going to caulk it. That's all there is to it. I'll caulk the corners. Alright, so I had to touch up a little bit. That's why these are standing on end here, because when I painted them, I did it quick. It was in the evening, you know, like around 4 o'clock or so. Still sun was out. So I'm gonna take care of this, and I've got enough pieces to put in. Apparently, as carefully as I did it and allowed an 1/8 inch or a blade thickness longer, it wasn't enough. And trying to trim these corners off like I said I was going to do, that wouldn't work. The problem is the boards were just a little short. But we'll take care of it with caulk. If I went around this shed and showed you all the caulking on all the joints here, well, it may look good from a distance. Just don't inspect it too closely. Pathetic. Pathetic. Now we get it caulked up. You and I are the only ones that'll know that this is a piss-ass job if I ever saw it. I should have just buttoned them together. It would have come out a lot better. Well, now I used flathead nails because I have an awful problem with finished nails bending over on me. Even though I pre-drill, they always bend over on me, so I used a galvanized number 3s in here, but I really should have used number 4s. Well, it don't look. I got a little paint here I got to get off from this. I got to clean these up a little bit. What a difference caulking makes. You can see there's still a space there, but I'm not going to worry about that. When the caulking dries, we'll be painting this anyhow. But with the caulking in there, don't look too bad. We gotta let the caulking dry, and when it dries, we'll paint this. This got scuffed up from running it on the table saw and stuff. To cut the angle on this bottom piece, and also on this end of this one. Well, I didn't really want to make this video here, but I know I'm going to have questions as to how the porch trim came out. So now you know. Thank you for watching. You have a good day, everybody.